Example 1, identifying the characteristics of a parabola. Determine the vertex, the axis of symmetry, zeros, and y-intercepts of the parabola that's shown in figure 3. So the first thing we want to do is we want to be able to determine, okay, what is the vertex? Well, the vertex is the turning point, and it's right here in the center. And the ordered pair that's associated with that has an x-coordinate of 3 and a y-coordinate of 1. So we can see that the vertex is at 3, 1. Now, because this parabola opens upward, the axis of symmetry is the vertical line that intersects the parabola at the vertex. So we have a line going in this direction, and it passes through the x-axis at the x-coordinate of 3. So the axis of symmetry is x is equal to 3. So we can see here that the axis of symmetry is 3. Now, we need to find out whether they have x-intercepts. So, do they have x-intercepts in this particular graph? Well, if you look at the graph, it doesn't cross the x-axis. So, there are no zeros, and that's what we call the x-intercepts. So, there are no zeros. Okay, so again, the parabola does not cross the x-axis, so it has no zeros. Then we want to determine where it crosses the y-axis, and that means that would have a y-intercept. So if you notice, here is the point where it crosses the y-axis, which is 0, 7, and therefore that is going to represent the y-intercept. So it crosses the y-axis at 0, 7, so this is the y-intercept. Now, there's another thing that I want to talk about in here that's not within this question, but it's something that's important for us to know. Okay, we want to know if it has a minimum or a maximum. Okay, so the parabola opens up. So since the parabola opens up, then that means we have a minimum value, not a maximum. Okay? So what is the minimum? Well, the minimum is the y-coordinate, and it happens at the value of x. So at x equals 3, the minimum occurs at the y value of 1. So that means that this represents the minimum at y equals 1.